how we can save up to 90% on medication and live a better life here in Colombia. Welcome to How to Expat. My name is Sam, and at How to Expat we help expats relocate. And the great thing about our job we have here of helping expats relocate to Colombia is that we get a very personal view of the lives of our clients. And one thing we found out over the last 6 months, we helped many people, amazing people actually, to relocate to Colombia. One of the biggest things, or one of the biggest reasons, is healthcare. And we were very shocked about hearing what stories and issues our clients have with healthcare in the US and how messed up the system there is. So that's why I wanted to talk about that specific topic here today and give you 3 boots on the ground stories, how it actually really is in Colombia, and then talk about what is important to know for your research about if moving to Colombia could be something for you to live a better life. So let's start with one story. We had a client here coming, it's I think now 5-6 months ago already, and they were looking, or this client was looking into moving to Colombia. For one of the main reasons was healthcare costs. So this person had an autoimmune, or still has an autoimmune medical issue. So this person told me on a monthly base what he has to set aside for just medical is $3,500 a month. So imagine with tax, cost of living of like food, rent, and then medical, this person just had to earn around $5,000 per month just be able to kind of survive. So that's a huge thing, and that really blew my mind that something like that is even possible, especially in a, let's say, first world country. But what we learned from another client that was here, that is a doctor, that really the healthcare system in the US is messed up. So it has something to do with insurance and the higher costs that I have. And I don't really want to go into detail because I'm surely not an expert on that topic. But boots on the ground, what we experienced with that client is really crazy what this person as a normal human being has to pay on health insurance, or on healthcare, even though he's covered by health insurance. So after being with us on a tour, he decided that Medellin really could be something for him, and then he did some boots on the ground research here, so speaking to doctors, going to pharmacies to find out if his medication is available here and how much it will cost. And now let's stick with me. Like, this is really crazy what he's been able to do here in Colombia. So if that person, and they're in the process of doing that, if he is moving here to Colombia, his healthcare bill or what he has to set aside is not $3,500 per month anymore. It's just around $100, because the condition he has is just covered with the normal health insurance you get here in Colombia, which what he has to pay for that per month is around $100. So that's just amazing. So just figure out, from paying $3,500 a month and having to work for that money, he just can now set aside $100 a month and can enjoy his life here, can lower his workload, and is stress-free, whatever. So that's a really great story. Then another story is of a person we had here that has HIV. So on our tour, we set aside a little time to be able to go into a pharmacy to check if they have his medication. And we went to a couple of pharmacies, and then we found that they have exactly the medication he has from the US, which in the US is prescription drug, which is a prescription drug, and here in Colombia is over the counter. So this is not unusual that prescription drugs from the US here are just over the counter medicines. So we were able to do that. So we were able, inside of probably around 45 minutes, to get 2 different kinds of medication, which in the US would cost more than $2,000, and here in Colombia was $200 US. One was even in a kind of styrofoam pack, so it stays cold. So they are able to do that in Colombia. It's you can get medication here that you get from the US even easier and way less expensive. And yeah, I want to mention the around $2,000 that medication will cost in the US is already the lower price you get from the insurance. So if you want to pay it just out of pocket, like you did in Colombia, it would be even more. So yeah, this is really, yeah, it was mind-blowing for him and for me as too, like what prices are in the US. I just know price from Switzerland, and yeah, what in comparison prices here are in Colombia. So that's a big deal. So if you find yourself in some kind of a situation like that, yeah, the system messes up your life and you just pay a lot on your prescription drugs in the US, I would highly suggest to consider a life here in Colombia or even any other place in, let's say, Latin America or maybe even Europe or Southeast Asia or something like that. Because what we have seen with those clients, boots on the ground here, how they can make a better life for themselves, don't have to work that much anymore for just being able, as hard as it sounds, kind of to be able to survive. So I think that this is a very important point. So yeah, if you're now thinking about, is it possible that my drug, my medication, is it really available in Colombia or isn't it, or how expensive is it or whatever, it's very, very hard to do research. And that's why I right now want to offer to you, if you find yourself in a situation like that and are interested to see what the prices are and if it's available and if it's over the counter or whatever, send us an email at contact@howtoexpat, and we will really do the boots on the ground. So I myself will go to a pharmacy or pharmacies to find that out. So yeah, if you want to do that, just send us an email at contact@howtoexpat.com. So yeah, and right now I want to talk about a couple of points which I think are very, very important to know about healthcare, and yeah, just for your research, if you're now doing the research about if Colombia could be something for you because of health issues, I think these points are very, very important. So when you do your research, it's very hard to do research on Google or whatever, because some people say something, other people say something different, and really the only thing I would suggest you to do is really only believe once you have the medication in hand. That's what we did with one client. He really was able to buy it here, and that's then really the only way you really know if it's possible or not. Because there are a lot of misconceptions around, even when you do your research on the ground. So with the one client that we really got the medication, we had to go to, I think it was 3 other pharmacies where they said, no, it's not possible, that's prescription drugs, whatever. And then one pharmacy was able to say, yeah, no problem, we can get it. So it's very, very important. This is Colombia. If people don't know, they will just make up stories and stuff. We talked about that in another video where we talk about cultural differences. So it's very, very important that you do not just your boots on the ground research, so coming here and checking it out instead of sending some emails and whatnot, that you do that, and that you do that the right way. Not just going to one pharmacy and if they say, oh no, it's prescription, to trust them. You have to go and consult different sources. And yeah, really only believe once you hold it in your hand that it's really possible. So that's surely the first tip, which is very, very important. And then another tip I think is very, very important to know, that even if you cannot believe it, healthcare here is so inexpensive. So we have a lot of clients that have health issues, and this is one of the main reasons they want to move, and then they do their research and they're very, very focused on, can I get into health insurance? What is the cost of health insurance? And yada, yada. But it really, for many people, it doesn't even matter. So it's already good enough if you just come here and live here, because you can pay out of pocket here. You don't have to be insured. So of course, that's another topic, if you should get health insurance or which health insurance you get or whatever. I don't want to get into that, but just for you to be able to know, you can pay out of pocket here. So yeah, the example before, we can get medication that in the US already on a reduced price costs $2,000 for $200 here over the counter without getting a doctor's prescription. Then another example I have from my medical story is I spent around 5 hours in the hospital, in the best hospital in the city, one of the best in Latin America, X-ray consultation, and I got out with a bill of $220. So it is possible. I've heard from many people that they do surgery on a broken bone for as low as $3,000 to $5,000. So yeah, it's just important for you to know that's maybe a little mind shift, that the first thing what you have to look into is not health insurance. It's maybe you're already able to pay out of pocket, and health insurance is not a big deal anymore for you. And yeah, I think that's another very, very important topic you have to know in regards to healthcare here. So that's already it for this video. I just thought it was very, very interesting what we really experienced here, boots on the ground with our clients that we had. And I just wanted to share that with you if you're in the same situation, that we can help you, and that, yeah, Colombia, as what it offers, and other countries in Latin America too, they can offer you a better life. You don't have to work that much anymore to just be able to cover your medical bill. You can get healthcare here as a foreigner. You can get health insurance here as a foreigner. You can get prescription drugs in the US over the counter here in Colombia. So this is really, really important. So yeah, then again, I want to just, if you want us to find out if the medication here is available, I personally will go to a pharmacy, if you like me to do that, to do the research for you, boots on the ground here, and ask what the price is and if it's available. So yeah, again, if you want me to do that, send us an email at contact@howtoexpat.com. And yeah, if you want to find out more information about expat life in Colombia, Ecuador, and Panama, we have a great ebook which you can get. The link is in the description down below. See you in the next video.